By the way, I'm curious. Did you see the recent Banksy art that was put up, I think, on like just a week ago or something? Did you see that art piece? I think it is in UK, if I'm not mistaken. Banksy's latest mural has been scrubbed away. A look at the artist's other works that were destroyed. What can you tell us about the Banksy art in UK?
I think it's even more powerful when they scrubbed it, like the message, because it was about the corruption and the judges coming down on the people, which is because Banksy was doing pro-refugee art. I thought, like, just maybe he's had his moment as well. Maybe he's had his moment to realise, like a lot. Do you know what else changed this weekend? Was that there were celebrities. There were celebrities at our event, and quite a few of them. Which is you see, when it becomes acceptable to speak, then because I can tell you from my direct messages, how many professional footballers, how many boxers, how many of them offer me their support all the time, but none of them publicly. None of them publicly. But then this weekend, there was more. I don't want to name them, I don't want to bring trouble to them, but there were more people who stood up this weekend, and I was surprised to see some faces there. And encouraged, totally encouraged. Because it's when you've had this in America. I used to look at America and be envious because you had people with big platforms like yourself, like Charlie Kirk. You've had lots of them who are mainstream, who are credible, who have spoke openly and honestly about issues. In the UK, we've never had anyone. We've never had anyone at that level. Anyone in media, anyone in government, we've never had anyone. So it's always been left to us, which when it's left to us, it was quite easy for them to pigeonhole us as a certain demographic. Young men, working class men. So it wasn't that difficult for them to do that. They're struggling to do that now, especially with the amount of women. It's like a women's army is formed. I don't know if you've seen the group, the Pink Ladies. Now, these protests, these organic protests, the sporadic protests that are springing up across the country are led by local women in many of the issues. Women speaking out. So, yeah, but with regards to Banksy art, the whole country knows now we don't have a fair judiciary. We have a corrupt judiciary. We have a corrupt judiciary which attacks people based on their political ideas. And everyone can see it. Everyone can see the unfair
for him to do it, but for him to do it is a big statement, by the way. Rob, can you show the picture of what happens after they try to scrub the mural? I send you a picture of it if you want to just pull it up, because the way it looks, if you just go back and, Rob, Google it, just Google that word right there. Google the word and put it scrubbed, you'll see it. Banksy mural UK scrubbed. Scrubbed, yeah, there you go. If you go to it, images, that's what it looks like now. So interesting what it looks like now. You're right.
Yeah.
It does actually look better than it did before. Tommy, what's your next event, Tommy, that you're going to be doing? Have you already decided what the day is?
Yeah, we're just talking on the date, but we want Unite the Kingdom, Unite the West. So because this is an issue, I think London, when you see the crowds this weekend, London has now been chosen as the battleground for these ideas, as in free speech, against mass open border immigration. We'd love to work with partners across the world. This isn't just affecting us. I've always watched these movements and protests and same with the populist parties in Europe and thought, why are they not all together? All of us are affected by this. Let's not look at what we disagree on. Let's look at what we agree on. All of us that were there. So we united the kingdom successfully. They come from Wales, they come from Scotland, they come from Northern Ireland, they even come from the Republic of Ireland. We're all there because we love our countries. Individually, we love our identity and we love our cultures. But we are stronger together. That would have put the fear of God into the establishment. Irish nationalists travelled with loyalists. These two groups, with the war in Northern Ireland, have been at war with each other throughout history. Yeah? They've hated each other, Catholic and Protestants. They were travelling and come together to this event. So something big's happening. Now, I'd love to have a vision of us redoing another event like this, but we want world leaders there. We want the world's leaders to be addressing the populations who are the leaders on these issues. So we'd like Geert Wilders to be there. We'd like Maloney to be there. We'd like Viktor Orban to be there. We'd like Donald Trump to be there. Yeah? But and obviously the venue we had here, they blocked us having two venues. So we couldn't, those millions that turned up, I think the only place the next one can be is in the Hyde Park of London. This could be our generation's Live Aid. Because we make it into a concert, we make it celebrationary, we make it about identity, but we also drill home our message of what we want and how fed up we are. And it gives hope. And you see the millions that come in, you can guarantee you we're going to double that again next time.
Well,
I'm telling you.
Tommy, I will say this to you, and I said this to you last time we spoke. I don't live in UK. I've been there. I've been to London. Beautiful place, great people, great conversations, rich history, and it's sad to see this taking place there. But in every generation, there comes somebody that's got courage to be able to go lead a movement like this that's fearless. And it doesn't seem like anything is going to back you down. Doesn't sound like you're going to go away anytime soon until you get what you want. And I pray for you to stay as close to God as possible. I applaud you for your courage. And God willing, good things will happen to your country that obviously you love and you're proud to represent. Tommy, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
Just so Britain's awake. I hope the world sees that now. So many people have spoken for so long. I heard people talk about when the British wake up. And I was always thinking, when is this country going to wake up? I've been smiling for the last however many weeks. I knew this was coming. You listen to my interviews. I told everyone, million. It's going to be 1 million people. It's going to be the biggest protest this country's ever seen. It was downplayed. I knew what was about to happen then because I can feel it and see it everywhere I'm going. I know the public feeling is there. They now know that. Yeah, they're going to be worried. I think I do need prayers because they're going to want rid of me 100%. And they managed to successfully put me in prison many times. I'm in court on October 13th. I could be back in jail for Christmas. But again, that's not going to work. Surely they see that now. Yeah? It doesn't work. You're not going to shut us up. We're not going to be silenced. We're not bowing to submission. We won't submit to Islam. We won't submit to any of it. So, yeah, Britain's awake. We need to make our plans. But we're grateful for every bit of support and everyone who's helped. As I said, Elon Musk put a thing out, we are the media now, when they said 110,000. Their power is gone. I'm laughing at them. You know, Sky News were tweeting. Sky News were put out something out there, 12,000 people watching their news from our event with their propaganda. We had 2 million. So you don't have the power anymore. You can't just attack us anymore because we can just pick this up and correct you, which is what they don't want. They don't want that level playing field. So we need free speech and we also need citizen journalism.
And by the way, guys, if you're watching this and you want to pick this up and support Tommy, go send him a Connect. If you want to send him an encouraging message, ask him a question, do a call with him, pick this up. The Times doesn't want you to do it. The Times doesn't believe in free speech. They don't want you to talk to him at all. But if you support what he's talking about, a man this level of courage, to go out there and simply have free speech, show some support by sending him a message there. Tommy, once again, appreciate you for your time. I know you just got up to do this interview. To a different time where you're at. We wish you all the best, Tommy. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.